everybody, welcome to Grace for Today. It's Tuesday morning. This morning we're going to talk about how we feed on God's love daily. We're going to look at a verse from John 3:16, you're probably all familiar with it. It says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life." When we talk about feeding, I was talking a few weeks ago about how Jesus was the bread of life, and I laughed at being given that topic because I'm known for somebody who enjoys my food, somebody who likes to get up in the morning, and I don't ever skip breakfast or lunch or dinner. I'm somebody who daily has to, make sure that I get plenty of food into me, because otherwise I get hangry. I just don't cope without food. But I understand as well in my spiritual life that if I don't feed myself, I don't feel great. If I don't remind myself constantly about how God sees me and how I am loved, just like we were talking about yesterday when we were saying about how we are accepted in the beloved, if I don't remind myself of those truths, I start thinking negative thoughts. I look at the opinion of others. I have at times a negative opinion on myself. I see my failures, I see my weaknesses, I just see all of the bad stuff, and that starts to crowd in. And then I can't be confident. I can't go to the Lord with confidence and just, receive from him, because I'm just concentrating on all the things that are not great about me. And that's not the Lord's heart for us, because, he so loved us. He so loved you that he sent Jesus. This was not an easy thing for him to do. This was not a flippant thing. This was like the most precious person in his life, and he gave him up for us. It's just, if we can get our heads around that, if we can start the day just knowing how much it cost the Lord for us to have this relationship. He gave it all. He poured it all out for us. So he wants us to come today with confidence. He couldn't prove his love any more than he already has. But when we are more confident, when we are more conscious of that position that we have, of the authority that he's given us, of the love and the protection that we have, then we will come to him. We will know that he's the first one that we run to for every one of our needs. And I've been encouraging my kids that we just thank God for everything. We don't think, was that an answered prayer, or was it not, or was it just coincidence, or did that good thing just happen by coincidence in my life? He has positioned us that he wants to pour out blessing on us, and every good and perfect thing comes from him. And a couple of months ago we had a wee story where our dog was going through this phase of escaping from the garden, causing us so much stress. We would be running around the streets. There was one time it was absolutely pouring down. Andrew and I were out for probably about an hour looking for this dog. The kids were at home crying, panicking and all this, and it was coming up to time to go to school. It was just one of those crazy mornings, and I could see the girls were just in a complete panic. And I thought, what am I doing here? I'm not relying on the Lord. I'm relying on all my efforts to try and find our dog that's disappeared somewhere. So I said, girls, we just need to pray, and because Jesus knows just how much you absolutely love this dog, and he's going to take care of it. And it was so funny because as soon as we prayed, there was a knock at the door, and I thought that was my son. He'd said he was just going to go and get something and he was coming back. So I'd said, that's not going to be the dog yet. But I went and I opened the door, and there was my son, but he'd actually found the dog. The dog had just come and running around the corner right up to him, literally just after we prayed. And then you can imagine the euphoria in the house. But I just thought, we need to recognize, there was me saying that's probably not the dog yet. And actually the Lord answered that prayer instantly. And the Lord is answering little prayers for us all of the time. There are so many things, not even things that we're maybe not even putting into words, but the things that are like groans in our hearts, and yet the Lord hears them all. And he so loves you that he wants to show up in every little detail of your life. So I want to encourage you today, whatever is going on, whatever you're facing, whatever you feel is crowding in on you, just lift your head up this morning. Remind yourself that you are the beloved. That the Lord has poured out his life for you, and that so that you wouldn't perish, but he's given you everlasting life, and he wants you to walk in that freedom and that fullness and that wholeness today. And he wants you just to magnify that over your life, to remind yourself of how great that is. We can never truly fully understand the love of God, but the more that we focus on it, the more that we think about it, the more we will have a truer representation of how great and how amazing it really is. So I encourage you today, just like if you shine a magnifying glass over a blade of grass, then the heat from that sun will actually make the grass burn. So shine a magnifying glass over the love of God on your life today, and just let the warmth of his love refresh you and fill you, and just radiate all around you for the rest of today. So Jesus, we just want to thank you for who you are. We thank you for what you've done for us, that you that you poured out your life for us so that we don't perish, but that we have that everlasting life in you. Thank you, Jesus. And we thank you that you poured out your blood for us. Thank you, Jesus. So be encouraged today. Know that you are Christ's beloved, and have a fantastic day.